Can someone please tell me how we are 3 days away from October? And how in God's name are we 3 months away from the end of 2023? Hi everyone, and welcome to Words with DatOneLady. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the podcast. Yeah, it's been a long time since I recorded and posted, and it's becoming a cliche every time I say that, which sounds very ridiculous, and I need to stop that. Today in the podcast, it will be a rant sesh. It will be an update on life and everything that's going on, and just gisting basically. And I think that's something we've been doing recently on the podcast. It's been, and those who know, it's been an interesting year. I literally was just lounging on my couch, and I was looking at the date, and I'm like, oh my god, it's 3 days away from October, and hold on, we're 3 months away from the end of 2023. Like, how in God's name did that happen? It was basically just summer like yesterday, and it's already cold again. Anyway, it's been an interesting couple of months from working on everything that I'm supposed to be working on, and those who know that I'm doing grad school stuff, and grad school stuff has been grad schooling. Basically, I think one of the episodes I went on, I think last 2 months ago, I talked about it's grind time, the summer was grind time, and yes, it was total grind time, and I've been doing a lot of grinding with work, and every time that I want to record an episode, I stop myself because I feel like it's not time, supposed to, are you even there yet to discuss this or talk about this topic or that topic or this topic. And today I just said, you know what, just do it, just turn on the mic and just say whatever you want to say. I think one of the biggest thing of recent with everything that has been happening is trying to compartmentalize the situations and things and how things are happening, and just be me and just leave basically. I remember when this year started, I was very excited about recording at least twice a month, and I was doing great with it. I was recording episodes in bulk and pushing them out as they went. But gosh, it's been a lot of busy days, man, and more time had to be given to more important things, which I'm not saying that the podcast is not important. It's very important, and I'm excited for all the great things I'm going to do with the podcast. But it's just time. Oh my god, the time is just the biggest one. Having that time to actually record, do the editing and all that stuff. It's just been huge, a lot of commitment. Anyway, let me see what has been happening since I have been away. Let me see. Yeah, data collection is done. Writing right now. And those that understand what data collection means, understand it. So we are in the last phase of what I talk about every time with my friends, which is grad school. Last phase. I'm excited for it to be done, but I'm also worried about the next steps ahead. And if you're my friend, and I've never said this to you before, I hate it when people ask me what are you going to do next. Oh my god. I don't know. Literally do not know. And I don't want people asking me that question because I don't know. Jeez. Oh, how far have you gone? What's left? I'm like, gosh, guys, I love you all. I know you guys care, but it's just don't. Oh my god. It's just stressful, sincerely. That's it. But besides that, it's going well. A lot of stressors here and there, but we're surviving it. What else? I have not been reading. I have done so poorly. I think I've only completed 15 books, and it's already October. I literally slept and woke up and the year kind of finished. Basically how I feel about this 2023. But the funny thing though, I was talking to someone recently, and I was saying this kind of oh my god, I think I just slept and woke up and the year finished. And they kind of sat me down and said, hey, yeah, I get that, but do you want to take a stock of what has happened this year? I'm sure a lot of us are feeling this way, and please ignore my squeaking chair. A lot of us are feeling like, oh my God, there's so much to do. There's so much I planned for this year and none of it has happened yet, or it's not a lot of time left. Take a stock of what the year has been and just see how great you've done. That's all I have to say to you. But yeah, that's where I'm at in my head. I feel like, oh my God, the year is almost done and there's still a lot to be done. But I'm grateful. Also, there's been like a couple of disappointments, here and there. And as much as like I'm grateful to God for thus far, there are one or two things that have happened and I'm like, oh darn it, like I wish this did not happen, or I wish that was not a thing. But like, you know what? You know that thing where they say that in life there's the make or break, like there's those things that form you, ups and downs about the things that form us, and all those things are like, oh my gosh, I wish this wasn't happening. A part of our success stories. Trust me, in this moment, as they are all happening, my brain is not even thinking about it like that. I'm just like, no, you're not supposed to be happening. But I'm grateful for everything still. I'm learning, as things are happening. And that's something I think we always forget, that as things happen to you, as life happens, they are all like a learning process. They are all part of your story. And that's something I always try to remind myself, because holy schnollies, I always forget. What else? Trying to figure out like what life has in store going forward is exciting and debilitating at the same time, in the sense that it's exciting to think about all the great things that one can do with the amount of knowledge that they have amassed. But it's also debilitating to think about, oh my God, there's so much work to be done to be able to get to the spot I'm anticipating to get to. And then there's good old hello laziness, my old friend. Yeah, that's also a thing. There's also laziness, and that's one of the issues I've had with the podcast. I literally sometimes wake up and I'm like, oh my God, that's a great topic to talk about. I'm going to podcast today, and I'm going to go the whole day and not do it. It's terrible. And I think one thing that I decided to start doing from today onward was go around with my small portable mic, which means that wherever I am, if I get ideas, instead of me thinking of setting up my whole system and my whole thing for the podcast, I will just take out my tiny mic and just record it on my phone or something. If I'm on my computer, I record it in a moment and edit it later. And that's something I used to do. And it just helps you, like, it would help me get over, the laziness and all the, of the issues of procrastinations that never, the issues of procrastinating that leads to you not doing what you want to do. But yeah, that's that. Also, earlier this year, I posted on my YouTube channel, which is the Words with DatOneLady YouTube channel. If you never knew that there was a YouTube channel for the podcast, you should go check it out, because there are great things coming out there soon. I don't want to miss out on it. Anyway, back to the conversation. Earlier this year, I recorded a a book review for January, February, and March. Like, literally, I was just talking about the books I'd read in January, February, March, and what the books were like. Oh, was it January and February? I think it was January to March. I don't know. And I was talking about the books, what they did to me, what they, how I felt about the book, my rating of the book and all that stuff. And I watched it recently, I think it was 2 days ago, and I just felt so good. And I realized that I actually privated the video because I just felt some type of way about it when I posted it then. And I think I posted it in like April, or March, I don't remember. And I privated the video, and I've been trying to think about why I privated the video and what was my thought process when I did that. And I made it public again yesterday, I think. And yeah, it's like, where am I going through to this conversation is that it's so funny how sometimes talk about these great things that we want to do and these amazing things that we want to do. When we now do it, our brain cells now be telling us that it's not good enough, it's not good, it's not shaking, it's not shakeable. Sorry for those who don't understand Yoruba, but it's just unfair to put yourself under this unnecessary pressure about the things that you love doing. So yeah, I put that video back up, And I remember in that video, I said I was going to be doing a book review every month, or at least twice a month, like every 2 months. If I don't do every month, I'll do every 2 months. And I have just not done any. I think one is because I have just been very busy with work and the stuff I'm doing. And also it's been that I've been looking for the best way to do these things, which there's never a best way to do anything. And I wish I realized that and just do things. Anyway, I want to get back to doing book reviews. I enjoy doing book reviews because I literally watched that video back and I was just smiling to myself like, oh my God, you're such a nerd. You enjoy books. Also, I think I'm on biggest issues because I've actually not been able to finish a book in a bit. I've finished some of my book club books, but it's just been hard to read. Oh my God, I can't wait for the days when you just sit down and be mundane and read books like we used to do in the old days. What else do I have to talk about? Yeah, I don't know. Life has just been interesting. Life has been cool though. It's been nice. Despite all the ups and downs, it's been okay. Thank God for life. Thank God for everything. I think recording this podcast is me telling myself that I can still record at least once a month because I literally did not post anything in August. Actually, August was one of the busiest months. I guess that's why. But that's terrible though, because I feel like going through my my account, like my whole podcast, I think I always at least. Oh, that's not true. I always try to make it a deal of posting at least once or twice a month. I posted twice in January, 3 times in February, 2 times in March, 3 times in April, once in May, nothing in June, twice in July, nothing in August. I want to do better. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Even with all I said, all I've been saying, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I'm just going to do things when I can and leave it there. And I guess it's the reason why I labeled this season of the podcast Realities of Adulting, because adulting has adulted me. Oh, Jesus Christ. It has really adulted me. I think I would eventually tell how this year has been in plain words. But this is one of those years where I made decisions that even me, I'm asking myself, how dare you? What were you thinking? And to be sincere, God has come through in amazing ways, even with those crazy decisions. I remember telling a friend that I was taking up a course in January, and they looked at me and said, you want to run basically a full-time program, deal with another program. Is something wrong with you? And I'm grateful. By the way, I'm done with that program and I'm excited to, for what I'm going to be able to use that degree to do. But it's just holy moly. Yeah, it's been a couple of months. This episode, sincerely, it's just, I would say it's not for you guys. It's actually for me. It's basically to tell myself that I can come back and record when I can, and that it doesn't have to be a perfect episode. It doesn't have to be an episode that's amazing, but I should take my time in walking through this whole process. I know that for the podcast, I want to do more book reviews. I want to do more guest speakers. I want to talk about pertinent topics. I want to talk about things that are important to me, to people around me, and important topics that I think that the world needs to know, or my listeners needs to know. And there's been a lot of those topics in recent times. I do want to talk about the elections that finished in Nigeria and what the elections were like. Those elections really got to my nerves. And I remember I had conversations with my friends last year when the elections campaigns were going on, and having to look at those conversations now, and I'm just ugh, it's just annoying. But yeah, also there are things going on in the world around us. There's lots of natural disasters going on all over the world, and sometimes it makes me question a lot of things. What's happening? Is the end time here? And all those very challenging things that people don't want to talk about. I have great, interesting conversations with friends, and I would like to bring them here sometimes and talk about it. But yeah, it gets back to the same conversation I've been saying for a while. I want a producer. I want, one person that'll be in charge of editing, putting things together. All I just need to do is, do the podcast and get the guests, and I'll be fine with that. Anyway, yeah, guys, I've been ranting for 15 minutes. I really don't know what it sounds like, but it's been interesting. And when I think about it, I just realized that there's some steps I took this year, and steps I mean like so I've never done like a what do you call that thing? What's that thing? It's not mood board, vision board before. This year I did a vision board, and it's quite interesting. What those vision boards have like come to be like having to see the things on that vision board come to reality has been really crazy. I think I also did a thing in January where I kind of spoke to my future self. I spoke to myself in January 2024, and I asked myself a couple of questions of things that I want to see in myself by the beginning of 2024. And I'm excited to go back to that video and, see the things that I did, the things I did not do. I also did like a thing, and I think it was Braithwaite on TikTok. I can't remember her name now. It's this thing where you thank the previous year and then you project into your new year. And I did all that right. I did a lot of things like writing and stuff. And I'm excited to go back again. I also read and be like, okay, where am I at? Like, what's happening? In aspect of like personal life, like if there's one thing I think I've not been able to do in this last few months that I've been away from the podcast is I've been struggling with journaling. And in that whole struggle, what I realized is I had so much. I enjoyed journaling when I was down. I enjoyed journaling when things weren't working out. I enjoyed journaling when it was all like doom and gloom. And when things were going great, I just did not see the need to journal. I did not feel like journaling. And I'm like, how dare you, Missy? You should journal both in good, in bad, in terrible, whatever it is. Like, it's just like, I don't know, that there's this saying that it says misery loves company. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think so. Misery loves company. I think that's what, correct me if I'm wrong. But like, I felt like this last few months, I realized that I enjoyed pouring my heart out on paper in my journal only when things were terrible or when things were just not going the way I've prayed about it or thought about it. So yeah, I want to do better at that and journal. Even when I'm at my happiest, I want to journal. I don't want to journal when I'm sad. Anyway, what else? It's like a whole word vomit. Oh, yes, working with God and working for God. If anybody knows me well, I run away from the things of God and relax. It's not what you think. I love working, I love God's work a lot. But I will only do God's work in the capacity I think I can do it. And I've had people and friends say, no, you should do more, you should do more, you should do more. And there's this thing I always fear. I do not ever want to do God's work this is it. I don't want to ever say, I can do this, and then I'm found lacking. I will only take up things that I know and I believe that I would always, see through every time. Because it's that thing of, if you're handed something, if you're put in charge of something, God, you're responsible, and God, would always come back to take account from you. And if you're not accountable to that thing, I always feel like that's me, not what it is, but I feel like you failed God. So I only take up things that I can do. And recently I found out that although my thought process is perfect or sounds great to me, I shouldn't completely just shy out away from things of God, but rather, as alongside, my being careful of just taking up things, I should also try as much as possible to trust God to give me the strength to do that thing that I feel or I believe I could handle well. Yeah, so that's another thing I've learned in the last few months that I've been away. What else? I don't know. Let's see, friendships and relationships. Oh, I've had a lot of friends get married in the last few months, and it's been amazing. Oh, weddings gives me joy. Oh my God. I literally, at one of my friends' wedding in July, I think, I wasn't the bridesmaid or anything, but I almost became like the maid of honor because I was just like excited to be there. I just was excited to make sure her makeup was not slipping off, her hair was great, the pictures were gonna come out beautiful. I remember the photographer sending me the pictures from the wedding, and I was always with my phone trying to take pictures or doing something, and it's just great to see. So yeah, this is all to all our friends. This is a PSA. This is a PSA to every of my other friends who are, maybe in relationships or thinking about marriage. Please be fast, I beg. We're waiting. I'm excited to be either your maid of honor, bridesmaid, or even your guest. Gun. I want to be there to celebrate with you. I love weddings. But, they make me happy. I wish I could go into event planning though, but that's another work altogether. But no, thank you. But yeah, I love weddings. They've made me happy in the last few months. And a friend of mine got married in August. It was a great time. It was an amazing time. Oof. Oh gosh, it brought all the friends. Like, weddings just have a way of bringing people together. Oh my God. Like, friends will fly from far and wide, parents. Like, I made new friends, like, from people's parents, and it was just great. Yeah, it was a good time. It was like a whole weekend of fun. It started from like the bridal shower to like, the day before the wedding, and then the wedding itself. Yeah, I could see my best friend again after a long time, but it was great. It was great. Weddings are beautiful. Anyway, also it's almost October 1st, which is Nigerian Independence Day. And I don't even know, how old is Nigeria turning? Let's find out. Nigerians' age of independence. So we are 62. Are we? Nigeria is now 62. Wow. We'll be 63 this year. The funny thing though, when I think about how old Nigeria is getting, think about it in human age. Someone at 63, right? They might have, well, maybe this is stereotypical, but I'll just say it. They might have attained, done life, enjoyed life, worked hard, achieved a lot. Now they are closer to the age of retirement, and they are beginning to like reap all of the fruit of their labor. If they ever had kids, the kids are now having kids and they're seeing their children's children, that kind of thing. If they ever, owned buildings or owned investments over the years, they're now like getting like the profits from the investments. Now they're getting they ever did 401k, they're preparing to like, sorry, I meant retirement. 401k is for the Western world. But like the retirement funds are beginning to like gear up for when they finally say, I'm retired. And it's just sad to like, well, I'll talk about this in a different episode, like the whole Nigeria thing. But yeah, it's Nigeria, my country. God bless you. That's all I have to say. But yeah, Nigeria is 63 in 3 days. What else is there to talk about? Let me see. I took up a new hobby. I've always talked about calligraphy. I recently got a beautiful gift from a beautiful someone. And yeah, I'm excited about calligraphy. I've been doing a lot of like practice with a pen, thingamabobber, and it's really pretty. Yep, that's been my journey for the last few months. And I have a question for everyone. Do you guys like the life you live? Just answer that question to yourself. Do you like the life you live? Do you like the life you have? And if you could change it, what would you do? For me, I'm content. I'm happy. I'm grateful also, because although there could be so many things I could be doing, so many places I could have improved or done better, I don't think I'm doing badly, even though I beat myself up a lot about some ridiculous things. But that's how that's my thought process. I feel like I'm not doing badly, and I'm excited. If there's anything I could change, is completely believing in myself and actually truly believing. Because there are times when you're like, oh, I believe I can do that. I know I can do that. But deep down in your mighty head, you cannot. And you just stick to that, and it affects the result of what you're doing. Do you understand? Even though you're saying it to your mouth, you don't believe it with your head. So faith and work is not barakbo. It's not joining. It's not making sense. So yeah, if I could change anything, it's actually truly believing that whatever I want to do, I can do it. Because that's the mojo I think I've taken for this year, 2023. And the amount of things that has happened has just been exceedingly amazing. All thanks to God. What else? 2023 so far. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That's about 9 months done for you. I beg. Let nobody tell you to take stock of it. We're not taking stock. We're just living life. Like, this is kind of contradictory of what I said before. Don't forget, I said before that although you are looking at yourself, you have not done anything, go back and look at all the good things that you have done. But let nobody pressure you into saying the year is about to end. What have you done with your life? Okay, I have lived, I have survived, and I am standing now by the grace of the Lord, and that's all that matters. Thanks. T for thanks. Okay, I need to stop. But yeah, guys, I'm excited to begin to look forward to all them fall drinks. Also, all those people who understand what I'm talking about. And I'm excited for Christmas. I don't know why I'm excited for Christmas, but I am excited for Christmas. The coziness, and also there's so much deadlines that are coming, and it just scares me. But I'm excited for Christmas because I'm going to rest from all the craziness that the next 3 months have in store. And when I say craziness, there's just so much to do. And those who know me well know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think that's it. Guys, please put me in your prayers so that I can come back here and record and just not do random rants. But I think I enjoy doing this rants. It just makes me feel happy. Now the question is, when would I post this episode? Oh God, I hope it's before October. At least let me have one episode of September. Alright, guys. This literally, like I said earlier, it's not an episode for y'all. It's an episode for me. I let my intrusive thought win. I poured it all out there, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it so much, don't forget to share. Let your friends know. Let your sister, brothers, uncle, mothers, fathers know about it. It can help anybody. This can help anybody at all. So go ahead and share it. If you also have a question, comments, things you'd like me to do more, or anything you'd like me to hear, go ahead and leave me an email. Check the description and you will find my email there, and I would love to hear back from you guys. Thank you so much once again, and until next time, keep living, keep loving, and ensure that you're living your truth. And until the next podcast, have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.